What's up, y'all? This is Ty, and I am here to review the latest film now streaming by director, actor, producer Nelson J. Davis, Mr. Tubi himself. Now listen, we call him Mr. Tubi because the brother has so many films that he's acted in, written, starred in on Tubi. But we can no longer call him that, y'all, because he also has films on Amazon Prime and on Reveal. And now this film, The Wet and the Wild, is streaming right now on his own platform. The brother done got his own streaming platform, and that platform is called Bedtime Story TV. And let me go look in here. I want to make sure I give you the right link. You can link right now to go to watchbedtime.tv and sign up because it's free. Come on, that's dope right there. And let me tell you a little bit about Bedtime Story TV. That is the new destination for bold, steamy, black-led cinema. We have erotic thrillers. We have adult cartoons. We have action. You name it is on there. Short films, little shorts. Check it out. You're going to like it. You're going to like it. Go to Bedtime Story TV. Again, that link is the website is watchbedtimestory.tv and sign up. So shout outs to him for that. Now that is where The Wet and the Wild is currently streaming. So look, right in time for Black History Month, we got a brother doing his thing. So now, The Wet and the Wild stars, of course, Nelson J. Davis. He's playing Malik Harris. But it also stars Donald Jones, Nikki Pinks, Epiphany Anderson, Tyler Burke, Shamir Reed, Jalissa McFat, Clifton Purcell, Reggie Freeman, and Carnita Harrelson. Now, I said all their names because we got to give a shout out to these independent actors doing their thing. As an actor myself, I know how it is in this industry. So shout outs to them. I wish them all continued success on their acting journey. So we got to give them a shout out. So now, what is this about? If you all don't know, this film is the third in the trilogy of these freaky deaky films. Well, it is because this is the sequel to 3 Play, which was the sequel to 3 The Wet Way. So these are sequels, and it's a trilogy now. So let me tell you what the premise is. Basically, Malik is a pervert. No, Malik cannot control himself. He keeps getting into these threesomes where he's dealing with these threesomes that lead to things that just spirals out of control. So you know, he gets involved. He gets his friend involved. They sleep with this woman, and then they find out that this woman is a part of this group that lures in rich, successful men, right? Gets pregnant and then sells the babies on the black market. And it just spirals out of control. Each film spirals out of control. And so in the last film, Malik is seeing a therapist, and he ends up, him and the therapist, sleeping with a woman, and that gets exposed. And that's where this film picks right up, because now Malik has been exposed with this sex tape. Now he's a successful architect. Designed buildings all around the world, award-winning buildings, and he's messing himself up because he can't keep his thing in his pants. I mean, he can't keep messing around, sleeping around with this one, that one, and he never, ever learns. But it makes for good film, right? He never learns because it just keeps spiraling out of control. So now we got these devil's mothers bandits. Those are the women that lure the men in, get pregnant, and sell the babies on the market, all this crazy stuff. They done threatened him, told him, listen, we ain't had no baby. There ain't no babies around. Don't stick your nose in this. Ain't no babies around here. Ain't no black market. You ain't sleep with nobody. But so you still have that, and you still have people chasing him and threatening him with that. So he's kind of backed off that. He's just going to focus on his company. But now the company is struggling. He's coming to some financial problems, and he needs this partnership or this business tie, which people are pulling out of their contract. So we have Wayne Porter, who's pulling out his contract. He said, listen, I can't have you building nothing for me. You know, I got endorsements and ties with mega churches and religious folks. And they think some of them is the most freaky. But he was like, listen, that don't look right for me. So I'm going to have to pull out. I cannot be bothered. I cannot be involved. So that's not good for Malik's business, because he's like he can't be involved. But then here comes the twist. Later on, that same guy, Wayne Porter, is like, you know what? Maybe I will be involved. Maybe I will sign that contract and make this deal with you. You know why? Because he wants Malik to do something freaky with this young lady, and he wants to watch. I said, everybody is just a freak around here. And then, remember the young lady from the previous film? She's pregnant in this film. And it looks like that may be Malik's baby, and she's trying to tell her husband Calvin about being pregnant. Calvin's like, that ain't my baby. So it's like all these twists and turns. And then we see Malik's friend that he's dealing with, which is a good friend of his. And his last name is also Harris. And they hook up with these two young ladies, Janelle and Amelia, two beautiful women. By the way, he always casts these nice looking women in these films. And there's always a lot going on, lots of stuff going on. And so trouble happens there. I don't want to tell you everything because I don't want to spoil that, because I want you to go there and I want you to come back and tell me what you thought about this. And it's like you're trying to figure out, okay, who's running this operation with these women, these bandits? What's going on with that? Oh, there's a mayor involved, and the mayor may be involved because guess what? He done bought one of these babies. And I'm trying to figure out, is that Malik's baby that he bought? You know? It's crazy. But Malik, it does seem like Malik is trying to stay out of trouble at first, because he's like, I'm not going to follow up with the bandits. I'm not going to investigate, look any further than that. But then he's still doing stupid things. He's still getting, like, he shouldn't have. Well, I understood why he did the thing with, for Wayne Porter. I understand because of his business. But the other thing with the other girls, that wasn't, why you do that, man? Why you do that? But anyway, you need to check this film out and tell me your thoughts. You need to go over to Bedtime Story TV, sign up, watch this film, watch the other ones, and tell a brother what you think. Let's support. I thought the film was suspenseful. It kept me guessing. It kept going down the rabbit hole just like the other films did. And he did what I wasn't expecting him to do again. I thought this was just going to be a trilogy. No, it's maybe a fourth film just by the way this film ended. And I was like, ugh. Every time it started getting good and I started trying to figure out what's happening next or what's going to resolve, here comes the cliffhanger. So listen, shout outs to him with that. But I really enjoyed this. I have a spot for the independent artists that's doing their things. I love that they're doing that and doing their thing. And, people try to make fun and clown Tubi, this, and that, and the third. But these people are doing these things on their own. So shout outs to them. And especially this being on his own platform. So I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in the next film. So that is all I have for now. Check it out. Tell me what you think about it. If you're new here, welcome. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if there's other things you want me to check out and review, let a brother know. So until then, I will see you all in the next video.